Hi everyone! I'm so glad I was finally able to work on this little project that I've been wanting to do for a while. All I needed for it was a white Prismacolor pencil, some poster putty, a pencil sharpener, and a little accordion sketchbook that I made with black paper, and it's Stonehenge black paper. And actually later on I also used a black Prismacolor pencil as well as a Derwent drawing pencil, a black one. So before I get started, I just wanted to let you know that I debated for quite a while on whether or not to post this video because nowadays people seem to get offended very easily by all sorts of things. But I can assure you that I didn't mean any offense to anyone. I actually do take the pandemic very seriously and I just found this silly pun quite funny and it made me smile during the dark times we're all going through these days. So I thought it was a fun opportunity for me to draw more crows and ravens because I greatly enjoy doing it. Actually, some of you might know that over the past 15 years or so, I've drawn well over 300 of them and mostly on black paper. So this was the perfect project for me. My accordion sketchbook has 20 pages, and for my project, I only needed 19 of them. So I used the first one for a title page. And as you can see, I decided to use the plague mask. And then for my very first crow, I did exactly what I tell everybody not to do, which is sketch directly on the paper. And I regretted it almost as soon as I started it because I went too fast and I didn't pay attention to the proportions. So my crow ended up too big. And I had to erase it and start again. And yeah, it was really a warm-up, I guess. And it didn't go very well. In the end, I didn't really like it very much. And I decided to do what I usually do, which means transferring the sketches or the line drawings onto the black paper rather than sketching on it and damaging the paper and making a mess of it. So for the other 18 crows, that's what I did. So think about the accordion sketchbook as a piece of paper that's folded, and when you extend it, all the pages that are on top are just one side of the paper that are used, and on the other side of the sketchbook, all the pages you have there are basically the other side of the piece of paper that you used. I've never drawn on the other side of that black Stonehenge paper, and I was wondering how well it was going to work, and I ended up not having any problems at all. For the top side of the paper, I only did portraits, so close up of the heads. And the other side, I did full bodies. And I think it worked really well that way because they're miniatures. Each page is 2 by 2 inches. And usually the miniatures I draw, they're 2.5 by 3.5, so they're a little bit bigger. So I had to get used to using my Prismacolor white colored pencil on a smaller area. And it's a very soft tip and very brittle and it breaks easily. But I still wanted to keep some sharp details, and that was a bit tricky to do that because of the softness of the lead. So by drawing the heads first, it kind of allowed me to get warmed up to work on a small surface like that. But the details were not as small because it was only the head, so my subject was a little bit bigger. But when I flipped the paper over and I started drawing the full bodies, that's when it started getting really tricky because some lines are very fine and it's really hard to achieve fine lines on such a small size with a Prismacolor white pencil because it's very brittle. But I got used to it and in the end it worked really well. And when I was done with all the full-body crows and ravens, I just wanted to get rid of that very first drawing that I did because I didn't like it at all. I totally messed it up. So I tried to erase all those lines as best as I could. Unfortunately, it was not very well because I also had added some black pencils and white on top of it, so the messy outline was still there. But I was able to draw a very big head to cover most of it, and I like that much better. And by the way, I used all the reference photos from Pixabay. They have a lot of crows and ravens, so it's really cool. It's a project that I really had fun doing, and I'm very, very pleased with the result. Each drawing took me about 10 minutes. So not too bad. I tried to go as fast as possible. And if you really pay attention, it's not very detailed. It does look detailed, but it really isn't. And if you're interested in learning how to draw crows on black paper, I have a class on Skillshare, and I'll put a link in the description box below in case you're interested. Also, if you want to learn how to make your own little accordion sketchbook like this, I also have a class to teach you. It's very easy to make. So both classes will show you that both projects are super easy and fun to do. And if you're not a Skillshare member, I'll make sure that you can have your first 2 months for free. So you'll be all set. So that's all for today. I hope you liked my fun project. Again, I hope nobody got offended by that silly little pun. It was all for fun, but not to make fun of the serious, dark times we're going through right now. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll see you soon with a new video. Bye-bye.